this path that I'm on right now, of me feeling like, that God wants me to work for Him or spread the gospel or whatever, and I don't even know the Bible that well, I mean, I do, but I don't, I don't know Scripture really well and stuff. But I remember going to Bible school as a kid, and I've learned a lot, and it's in there, but I just don't know it like where I can quote it easy. And but on this journey I'm on, what I feel is the town where I've been staying in Minnesota now, the town in my camper, I feel like I'm supposed to stay there. I feel more at home in that area, up where I'm at now, in this area. I mean, there's a few different towns in the area, but up in this other area, kind of like northern central Minnesota, it's where I want to find, even though I'm not in no position to even buy a house, I look at them, and I got a few I like. There's one I really, really like. They want way too much money for, but I ain't even got money to do nothing right now. But anyway, but I still am trying to dream while I'm trying to survive, Because the minute we stop dreaming or striving for something, then we can start shutting down or letting the world smack us around, And you got to keep motivated and strive for something, So I try to keep grabbing at things I want in my future while I'm on this path, and what I feel like I'm supposed to do it. I feel like it's all going to work out somehow. How, I don't know yet, but I know it will. I want to get a home base in town or within the area up here, and within the next year or two, maybe sooner. I don't know. It depends on how fast everything happens. I'm going to keep my camper, it's my plan, and then I want to get a home base, and then start traveling the country, because I feel like God's going to guide me to people that I'm supposed to meet and help or talk about God with, and I can feel that coming. That's what I feel, and so that's what I'm trying to work towards right now. But I gotta build up a nest egg or something to make this all happen, and I believe it will, I actually kind of look forward to it. I don't know how it's going to go, if I'm just going to, I don't know if I think I'll take blocks of time, whether it's a week or whatever, or I'll figure it out, depending on what I got going on my schedule in the future. And then I'll travel, because there's a lot of the country I want to see for myself too, but in the process of that, I want to keep being social and meeting new people and talking to them about my experiences with God and being who I am. All the people I meet, they've told me for a while, I should be putting myself on camera, because it seems like everybody really likes my personality or likes who I am, and that's a good thing. I like that. I don't want to sound, fat-headed or conceited, but hopefully that's coming across on the camera. Hope I don't look stupid or something. I have to not think about that though, because otherwise then if I get self-conscious, then I start stumbling up on the camera and stuff. I'm trying to get totally used to, the camera and being relaxed with it. I'm sorry it's so dark in here. I'm sure you're getting flashes of my face when these other vehicles go by, maybe. Oh my. Anyway, I'm not too far from the gas station where I'm going to try to get propane now. What was I saying? Oh, my journey. And who knows, maybe I'll kind of become a snowbird. Maybe I'll hang around travel the northern states during the summer to wherever God guides me, and maybe I can, when winter comes, maybe I can travel some of the southern states, to talk about all the goodness of God and all the good things He's done for me, and help people. A lot of times that's how it happens. I see people, whether they're changing a flat tire or got their hood up, or whether they're just, I meet them in a convenience store or a gas station or something. I'm a social person. I talk to people and I joke around with people a lot. I got strangers. I make strangers smile and laugh all the time, and I feel like it helps the world go around. I love it when I can get people I've never met before to crack a smile or start laughing. and just within short moments together, you know, it's really cool. A while back, I told my friend Mandy that I had a goal. I was going to get a stranger to dance with me in Walmart. This was a couple years back. Well, since then, I've danced with lots of people in Walmart. And before I got a stranger to dance with me in Walmart, I ended up getting some strangers to dance with me in a gas station in Hastings, Minnesota. That's where I first got some strangers to dance with. You know, because I just start dancing to whatever music's playing over their PA system, or if I had headphones going to that. And it was cool, man. When I had some strangers, just because I was bebopping around, they just started dancing with me. It was great. Since then, I finally got a stranger to dance with me at Walmart, and then another and another. You know, sometimes it was people that are, you know, older or in their little electric cars and stuff, and they'd bop around in their little electric car and they'd start smiling and laughing. It was fun. And then one day, I didn't even try it. I was just doing my own bebop, and no, it seemed like every aisle I went to, everybody was dancing with me. Didn't matter if it was a male, female, couples together. Just everybody was dancing with me. It was just, I don't know if it was something I was projecting or something in the air. What the heck? But everybody was dancing with me. I ended up at Walmart that day for a couple hours just because I was enjoying everybody dancing with me. It was cool. I actually got some pictures from that day. I'll have to talk about it again in another video and try to locate those pictures so I can put up some pictures of people I met and stuff. Well, then the following week, I ran into my cousin, Amanda, at Walmart, and I was telling her how the week prior, how everybody was dancing with me. And it was just, I was reliving the feeling while I was telling her, just the feeling that I was feeling inside myself. So maybe it was an energy I was projecting, I don't know. But while I'm talking to her, I said, watch. I said, watch. And I just turned around, and whoever the first person was there, I was going to dance with him. And it was a big, tall guy, like 6'4", like a lumberjack kind of guy. He was wearing a flannel, too, and stuff. And he just started dancing with me right away. And we just danced shortly. And then he, like, fist bumped me. And I can't remember what he said now. He said something like, you rock. I said, you rock, too. You know? And then I turned around to my cousin again. I said, see? And she just had this big smile on her face. You know, it was great. It was really cool because getting to hang out, see my cousin, hang out with her, give her a big hug, and then tell her some of my goofiness, and for her to get to witness it live, it was really cool. And it made her smile really big, and she's got a great smile. I love people's smiles. I like seeing smiles on people. I tell people that a lot, and I don't, it's not like just a line. I tell people a lot when I see their smile. I'll tell people, I don't tell everybody, but I say the same thing to a lot of people. I'll tell them that smile looks really good on you. You should keep it. You know, it looks great on you. You know, and then they'll smile again. You know, and I don't say it to everybody, but it's whenever I feel like I'm supposed to say it or something else. But it's great, man, because then you can see people. You know, they just like, it makes them happy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really neat. I like it. I'm a goofball, what can I say? And I apologize if this is too dark for some people who got, you know, don't want to watch videos like this. Hopefully it's all the stuff I'm talking about is interesting enough to keep up with the darkness around me here. I can't, like, put a light in here when I'm driving. That would not be good. So, and I'm going to probably have to stop this because I'm at the gas station where I'm going to see about getting propane. I hope I can get propane. I don't know if I can or not, but I'm going to go park by it just in case. I don't know if I can do it or not, but I'm going to sure try. If I can. Alright, I gotta stop this. Woohoo! Propane is filled. Ended up being about $35. That was very cool. So my propane's filled, so that way my fridge will keep running and I can cook. Glad I got food stocked up in here. one time, I wasn't paying attention to my propane. This was quite a while back. This is like about 2 years ago when I was first in the camper. And since then, I've learned to pay attention to my propane level. But anyway, I wasn't paying attention to my propane level, and I had a filet mignon steak because I'd been watching Gordon Ramsay and trying to learn how to cook filet mignons. And because I used to be a picky eater when I was a kid, peanut butter and jelly, macaroni and cheese, and hot dogs. You know, I wouldn't eat nothing. Now I like so much different food, and I've even had alligator tail. That was really good too. Tried escargot and calamari. I don't like that stuff. It's chewy like a rubber band. Haven't tried snake yet for weird foods, but when I was a kid, you wouldn't get me to even try some of that stuff. But now I'll try anything, and if I don't like it, well, then I wouldn't get it again. But anyway, so I had been watching Gordon Ramsay learning how to cook filet mignon, which I've gotten pretty good at, and I've gotten to become quite pretty decent cook, I'd say. I think so anyway. And anybody I've cooked for seems to be pretty dang happy. Anyway, my friend Mandy, I cooked for her and her dad. Cooked us all fillets one time, and he was in heaven. Made a meat and potatoes meal with some corn, because he's not a big vegetable guy, but he likes corn. Anyway, so back to my story here. I had there's a pothole. There it is. Anyway, sorry about that, sir, or ma'am, whoever's driving that. I avoided a pothole I know was there, and I kind of cut over into the other lane just slightly a little. I think I might have startled him a little. Anyway, so I get the pan all ready and everything and get it heated up, and I'd lay my filet in there, and it's searing, and you could just smell it. It was smelling really good, and I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be good. And then my flame went out. And I was like, no. And then I was like lighting it again, it was like poof, 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 poof. And I was like, no. I checked the gauge and it was empty. And I was like, no, because I already got a sear on one side of the steak, or beginning of a sear anyway. And I was like bummed out. I was like, oh man, I gotta have to go get some propane. And then all of a sudden it hit me. My freezer runs on propane too. So I was like, oh, I gotta get propane. And then, of course, I headed to the closest place I could find, and propaned up. That's when I was still working down at the foundry and stuff. And luckily, I put the steak and stuff in the fridge, and so just in case I didn't find. In case didn't have somebody for the propane or something, but I got it pretty quick, and then I was able to get it all going again and finish my steak off, and it was good. It still turned out really good. But what an experience, man! When you're searing a steak and then you run out of the ability to cook it. It was a bummer for a moment, but now I can laugh about it. It was actually kind of a funny story now. But yeah, I've learned. I watched so many RV and van life videos that I wanted to get into this. So that's how I got lucky that I was prepared when my life kind of just took a beat. And when my mom died, my family got all crazy, stupid, and everybody's trying to grab and take everything and all that stuff, and it just got ugly. And so that's what got me into this camper, And then I was down south working at the foundry. There's more in between there, but we'll get into that in some other video. But so even though I'd watched a lot of videos about RV and van life, and I'd bought solar and batteries and an inverter and all this stuff, and I've watched so many videos. It really helped me, because I went into it so much more prepared. If I didn't do all that, and then all the stuff that happened in my life, oh man, it would have been way worse, because it was still tough. Especially with family. I don't even talk to my brother. I can't talk to no more. I mean, because it's just not nice, and it's better I just stay away from them. And then both my stepsisters, they got all goofy too. And I don't get it, man. I've always been good to all of them. So I don't know why. I've never done nothing, out of line with any of them. It's just weird how people change when stuff happens. I don't know if it's just straw that broke their camel's back, you know. I mean, because we'd lost dad, or my stepdad. That was my stepsister's dad. We lost him first, you know, like several years prior, like maybe I want to say about 6-7 years prior, and when my mom passed. And the girls were close to my mom too, you know, especially both my stepsisters were younger than me, but the older one was pretty dang close to my mom. She'd call her a lot for advice and stuff, you know. And so maybe it was just too much for them all, and maybe my mom was the rock that kind of kept everybody strong, and maybe they just all got all crazy when she passed. I don't know. I mean, it was hard for me too. I knew it was going to be hard for me because I was a mama's boy. You know, and part of it with my siblings, part of their ugliness, I know, was because they look at me like I was the favorite or something. Well, it wasn't that I was the favorite. It was my choice to set a big chunk of my life aside to be there for my parents in their older years, to shovel snow in the winter, to mow lawns in the summer. And so I was around them a lot more because I wanted to be there to do the work for them that they couldn't do as they're getting older. It was harder for them, or work on their cars and stuff. My mom and dad had both made me to-do lists, you know, of stuff that was broke or needed to fix or needed to be fixed and whatnot. And I didn't mind doing it because they're my parents, and they did so much for me, raising me to be the man I am today, and I'm proud of who I am. You know, so I felt like I owed that to them. I think my siblings, they looked at it more like, you know, oh, he's the favorite, you know, and it ain't like that. You know? My brother, now, he's 5 years older. Both my stepsisters are younger than me. One's like 5 years, one's like 3 years younger, and the other one's like 5 years younger, or something like that. Pretty close, two or three, and then 5 years. But, you know, so that's how I see it, because it was kind of a problem through life. They would think I was, you know, the chosen one. Well, I am the chosen one. No, I'm just kidding. I was thinking because, you know, I'm talking about God and stuff, being a chosen one. But, yeah, it's just sad how families can get like that. So if you're watching this and you've been through some of that stuff, you're not alone, man. It's sad that people get that way. I don't know. I just don't like it. So that's what got me to living in the camper, and I watched all these videos, so it helped me prepare a lot. But in the beginning, there was, you know, when you first get into it, no matter how many videos you watch, it ain't until you start living it that you start learning other stuff, you know. And man, oh man, like I said, the propane cooking steak deal, that was one that I pay attention now. I keep an eye on my propane for when it's getting lower, you know, so that way now if it starts getting lower, then I cook less, or I try to be ready to, I don't waste propane, you know. I get everything prepped and ready first, and then I turn it on and get going. And unless I got to heat the pan, well, then I'll get everything prepped and ready, and then I'll turn it on and heat the pan, so I got everything ready to go, so I don't just have the flame burning, wasting fuel, you know. I don't know, this isn't even about God and stuff, I don't know, but it's all about my life and God. So these are my experiences, and I don't know. I better shut this off and head to the next clip or something, because it's dark anyway. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and share it and help the channel grow. Be good in the comments, and we'll see you in the next clip.